So I want to talk a little bit about what products are available for shipping and how you can get trees from our farm to you. And there's a couple different ways to do that. And we've had to work through a lot of logistics because trees are live plants. They don't transport easily, and you have to know how to do that well so they can get from point A to point B and stay healthy. We have a few different ways to do a few different sizes of our trees, and I want to give you a little bit of that. First and foremost, the easiest way for you to get our product close to you in a large size is to go to Walmart's and Rural Kings. We ship to select Walmart's and Rural Kings in fall and spring, two major shipments, and we tier that from north states to central states to southern states in the fall, and then we flip that in the spring and we ship to southern states and then to central states and then to northern states as the winter starts to lift. So if you want trees, that's one of the easiest ways you can get it. You can go to our website, chestnuthilloutdoors.com, and you can see our store locator. And on that we post updated maps. You can search up your location and you can see exactly which stores are around your area within a 50-mile radius or so. And it'll show exactly what products, the expected ship date, so that you can know when to get that product. So here's the trees that we've been shipping out the last few years. They'll be in stores this fall 2022 and in spring 2023. First on the right here, we have a southern crabapple. Southern crabapple is actually not very southern. It goes in a really wide range of environments. And southern crabapple is a true native, which means that it has a lot of disease resistance and it is super hardy. They produce a small apple and are like a heavy production. They're a little bit more of a bushy plant and can cause and create a little bit of a cover for deer and wildlife as well. They also have a great flower and are a good addition for pollination health in your local habitat. The next I'll highlight here is the mulberry. This particularly is an everbearing mulberry, and mulberries are one of the first fruits to come out in the early spring, and they start in Florida as early as April. Will have fruit. And mulberries, the everbearing, will stay fruiting for most months of the year, just about all of your growing season in your area. So it's a really great way to extend that nutritional availability for longer periods of time on your property. It's also just an incredibly healthy, strong growing plant. It's just a vigorous grower, and it'll do well in most planting sites. Next we have our persimmon lines, and we have a few different varieties of persimmons. We do Morris Burton, Proc, Yates, Nikita's Gift, Deer Magnet, and then we also have a whole khaki line, but those don't go to Walmart currently. But our American persimmon grafted trees do go to Walmart. This here is a Morris Burton persimmon, and it is an improved native American persimmon, which means that it has a little bit larger fruit and it produces more heavily every single year. It's a very strong growing tree as well. All of the varieties that we select have been selected because of how well they produce, how strong they produce, year in, year out. So then on my left, we have the Dunston chestnut sizes that we have for sale. The large two are the tree sizes that we ship to Walmart, a 3-gallon and a 7-gallon size. We also ship online with 1-gallon sizes and smaller, but I'll get to that in a second. So the Dunston chestnut is an incredibly vigorous tree, and the Dunston chestnut is a hybrid American and Chinese variety that was bred by my great-grandfather. And this variety was bred to have a sweet, large, easy-peeling nut, and was originally for orchardists, but it connects the gap that was left by the American chestnut when it was sadly killed by the blight. So we don't just ship to box stores like Walmart and Rural King. We also ship to you directly. You can order products from us on our website, and we drop ship through UPS and direct to your doorstep. So if you check out our website, you can see all of these trees and also a wider variety available for purchase online. And those trees are smaller in size. We don't ship the 3 gallons and 7 gallons through our mail order, but you can purchase some of the smaller sizes like this Dunstan chestnut. This is a 1 gallon or 1.5 year old. It's about 1.5 years, which means that in just about 2 years, you'll probably start to have nuts on the tree. And we also do a year old, and in many of our other varieties like persimmon, crabapple, mulberry. We also have grafted apples, grafted pears, and all kinds of other products on the website for sale that are all smaller sizes. They're somewhere around that 1 year old size. So you can purchase those for shipment in fall, and they'll come containerized in soil like this tree. And then in the springtime, we ship all of our products bare root and dormant, meaning that you're going to receive your tree without any soil in a container, and instead it's going to have the soil shaken off bare root and dormant. That way it stays dormant during the shipping process, which makes sure that it stays, you know, healthy and doesn't dry out. Because in the hot summer months or in the hot fall months, sometimes shipping through the mail means that the tree has a little bit of a risk of drying out more. So that's a good way that we do it in the springtime. The other way that you can get the trees from our farm to you around the US is if you want a larger order, you can order the 3 and 7 gallon sizes through FedEx Freight. We put them into a pallet box, and we have different quantities available that you can call our office and arrange for shipments. And we also have larger sizes, 15, 30, 45, 65 gallons for purchase, where you can come to the farm and pick up, but we've even done large trucks through like semi-truck shipments all the way to some northern states like Ohio. So really we have the ability to send much of our product anywhere in the eastern United States because, you know, it's our goal to be able to make this available so that you can help, you know, put down roots and help to, you know, enrich the land on your property.